of today is what is on your character's grocery list?
You already know the answer to that. Produce, of course.
Of course.
The stranger, the better.
Stranger the better. Okay. Okay, I know you don't technically need a grocery list, but
Just all the different kinds of oil at the grocery store.
Well, a
Okay.
lot to choose from.
Because, okay. So we've established I don't eat, and the entourage doesn't eat. That doesn't mean that we don't spend, communal time oiling up.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Makes it harder to
Because we
catch.
want to, yeah, and, that's part of it, is we try and catch each other.
Mm.
And that's our meal time. When the rest of the group eats, we sneak off to do oil time, is what we call it.
Now,
And it's just
if your
that
oil
maintains
has
our overall
really
health. And
something, would that make your oil play more spicy?
no, but sometimes somebody will grab a candle, and then it gets real fun.
All right. How about you, Grotus? What's your go-to grocery run?
It's like shitload of potatoes,
Okay.
protein shake, and cucumber.
You know what does a protein shake look like in these here Pathfinder times?
In these here Pathfinder times, it would have to be like cast off wheat and whey, or some kind of bug mixture from the far distant Southlands. Cricket powder.
All right. All right. That's pretty great. Let me get my thing up here. All right. So does anybody want to fill Grotus in on what we got into last time?
I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, there's a popping sound, and then there's a pull out, zoom in movement on Grotus as he's like.
Right. Classic.
I think there was a bird.
All right, so you guys were poking around a bit more in the Fortune's Hall here, because the last thing you did the previous time was you cleared out the big, huge frog dudes that were in the theater, making some dudes dance. But yeah, you poked around in the back rooms a bit downstairs. You found that there were, there were people in the gambling rooms that were gambling and seemed to not really have any idea what was going on. And they kept being brought food, but you could tell that everybody in here looked super emaciated. So it seems like the food is a sketch. But they were all just kind of keeping on having a good time. And when you guys explored a bit more, you also found the kitchens. And the kitchens didn't look like they'd been used in a while. There's a lot of moldy stuff in there. And doesn't seem like that was where the food was coming from. You did listen at the front parlor at one point, but you didn't end up going in. Because there was a wait staff who also looked like they were having a bit of a rough time. They looked pretty emaciated as well, but they were the ones bringing this food to the people in the gambling rooms, and they went into that front parlor at some point, and you guys had kind of watched under the door, but decided not to go in there. You guys also headed out back There were some stairs that went around the back that went to an upper area, which seemed to be kind of the private kind of area where the owners used to be. So up here on this upper floor, there was a parlor you guys poked into that had a couple Brugadatches as well as a big weird bird that was with them. And you guys had a little tussle with them in the room up there. You poked around a little bit in the bedroom here, and then you guys found a key to get into this library down at the bottom, where you had found remnants of a ritual of some kind. And if I remember correctly, I think it was Maz who checked into that with their proficiencies and realized it was a ritual of a primal call ritual, which is a ritual that is used to, summon things from, some other place. And you had found some details in this book here about the ritual itself, and some other details about how to reverse it, which was pretty much where we left off, was reversing this ritual, because it seems from the details in the book that the depictions of these Brugadatch creatures in the book, often pictured them with these lavish feasts and all of this stuff, and it seems that the characters who you guys had previously found their bodies back in the big huge skeleton amalgam thing in the yard outside. It seems that they had seen this book and thought, oh, we can just summon these guys from whatever heckin' plane they're from, and then all of our whatever money troubles or whatever stuff was going on will be solved, and we'll have all this food. It's going to be great. And things did not apparently go according to plan.
Guys, I've got a great plan to fix our economy and the whole way of life around here. Gonna turn things around. Gotta summon a few demons.
Yep, summon a few demons. Yep.
Solves everything. Every time.
Surely, if we siphon the power off of hell, nothing bad will happen. We won't have to summon the Doom guy. It'll be fine.
Joe
The
Biden
humans pay the tariffs, right?
Look, it harms nobody.
We're going to tariff these frogs. It's going to be... They're gay frogs. So yeah, that's where we are. And there was some other interesting stuff that we had found along the way in our searching around. There was some interesting items that some people had picked up that I believe are in a few people's inventories. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I think I did get something cool. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'm looking. 'Cause it was pretty neat. Let's see.
Wasn't it something with invisibility? Am I remembering that correctly?
I believe so. I think I found it here. Oh yeah, here it is. The Fade Band. Yeah, this is it. Why is it not opening?
It's okay. I
Oh, hey,
got it.
Racky. Thanks, man.
It's a thin silvery wire wraps around your armor. When you activate it, casts a second level invisibility spell on you.
That's right. Yeah, it was like a little piece of wire that you could do that. And there was I can't remember if it was I can't remember if it was in the stuff last time or if it was a little bit earlier here, but there was an item I remember, I think it was Honker grabbed, that lets them fuse with a tree or something.
I don't remember that.
Oh, where was that here? I think it's, hold on, let me find. I'll find it. I'll find it.
I want to see a tree just grow Honker's face and smile at somebody.
Seems very Honker-esque.
It does a bit, yeah. Was it this?
Well, I have some.
Here it
the
was.
Primeval mistletoe.
That's
That
the one,
one?
the primeval mistletoe. I think that was one we got last time digging around in the back there, but yeah, it lets you can summon some berries and smear it onto stuff to cast Shillelagh on it, and then you can also twine the sprig around your wrist and touch a tree and cast tree shape upon yourself, which like turns you into a vine wrapped around that tree. Or you can plant it in the ground once per day and summon a bunch of holly bushes that pulse with positive energy and cast a field of life spell in the area, which basically gives everybody in the AoE regen, or all of your party members regen in the area. So some cool shit. But yeah, so here we are. So we're in the library, and in the remnants of a ritual gone wrong. Get the thing back up here for me. I accidentally closed it. There it is. Okay. In terms of the stuff that you need from the book to reverse the ritual. So it is a... You need to bring 2 lily pads, a handful of buttercups, the flower, willow bark, and a few drops of blood from a Brugadach. And then a few, precious stones of some kind, which, you have a number of those on your person already. But the other elements, probably around here somewhere, need to be gathered.
I'm really worried that we're gonna have to go out in the woods to find this, and those creepy children that we sent to play hide and seek are gonna be there.
You don't voice that shit. You say that in private to the others of us. You don't say it where the DM can hear it.
I already remembered they were there anyway, so...
Oh yeah, that was the brilliant strategy with those. It's like, yeah, go hide.
Yep, go hide, goodbye!
We'll be back here in a minute.
Well, it has been a minute, at least.
Oh, I lost count.
At least a few. All right, so you do recall, a few things just from around here. Like you recall there is a pond outside. You guys had fought some stuff out there.
The blood's literally in the next room.
Yeah, the blood literally in the next room. There's plenty of Brugadach blood around. That should not be too hard to collect. Willow bark. There are various trees outside. You didn't really take any close notice of them, but probably some around. And then the buttercup flowers are in the garden on the west side of the building.
All right, let's get this shit and go. I am tired of this place and I want to go home.
All right. So, you guys head back up the hallway and out the back. And here, I'll move you back out of this upper floor here for you. 1 second. Okay. It's still on that same map. It's just if you scroll the map to like the west, it goes back to the first floor.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So I just have you guys like on the stairs on the back side of the building. So yeah, out here you've got there's these little houses out here, which I don't think you guys actually checked into yet.
No.
And then the pond down around the front, garden down around to the west, various trees around. Where are we going?
Let's just go to the garden first. We know where that is.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys coming around like from the north around that way, or going back inside and going out the door? Because it does have a fence around it. You guys did hop over the fence before.
Yep, we'll hop it again.
All right, so you guys get up to the fence here, and you see, these nice little pots of buttercup flowers on the other side here. They seem decently close to the fence.
We'll try.
You might be able to stretch through and yoink a couple.
I'll try it.
Okay. Give me a... We'll say acrobatics, sure.
Oh, good. I'm good at that one.
Woohoo!
Nice. All right, so Braz, you kind of stick your hand through the gate here, through the fence here, and kind of stretch out towards these pots, and manage to get a couple that were like drooping over the edge a bit. They were just within reach, and you managed to yoink them back through the fence for yourself without having to bother going into the garden. So that's one down.
All right, kids, where to next? She looks like I'm literally next to a bunch of trees. Are any of them a willow tree?
Give me a nature check. Yes, the large tree right to the west of you, and then it looks like also some ones to the north behind the little houses out here appear to be willows. I assume you head
All right.
over and
Yeah.
chunk off a little bit of bark off some of these.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So all we got left is the lily pads and, well, the blood, but that's easy enough to grab in many places around here.
We'll get that on the way back in.
All right. So you guys make your way down around to the front side of the place. And there's a little pond down there, and there are a few lily pads, as well as the various remains of the tadpole-like creatures and the one Brugadach that was out here that still kind of lay around nearby. Otherwise, it's still pretty quiet out here. You can still hear a bit of music of some kind coming from inside. There's that front parlor room right there that you guys hadn't looked into yet. And that's still just doing whatever it's doing in there. But maybe it won't be a problem too much longer once this ritual's done. But,
Yeah.
so you grab some lily pads. And, you know, there's a convenient Brugadach here on the ground that we can probably scoop up a little goo from.
Yeah, Honker will run up to the Bergadetch and, trying to be helpful. They'll be like, I got the blood, and what do I have to collect blood in? They start digging through and oh wait, no, we've established like I've got a hollow, so like just putting blood inside themselves. It's kind of messy, and when they stand up, he looks at the rest of the group and says, I'm a blood boy.
Yes, you are. You did good.
It's just kind of like, dripping out between your teeth and stuff, just...
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to make sure they got enough.
Yeah, right. Of course.
We don't want to have to go and get more blood. Get it right the first time.
Exactly. All right, so you guys feel pretty good about the goods you've got together here. And make your way back up to the site of the ritual here. From the details that were in the book that Maz had looked over, it sounds like you need to do this in the same spot that the original ritual was done to reverse the ritual. And it does sound like it goes a bit faster the other way around compared to what had to be done to get it to go. It takes an hour to like cast this ritual properly. Who wants to be the main caster of the ritual?
I wish Maz was here.
Well, Maz is here. I can control
I can
her.
help.
I know, but Riz would have some great commentary.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. All right. And does anybody else want to assist as like secondary casters?
Maz probably be the best person for that.
Okay. All right. So just the two then, Honker and Maz.
Do we need anybody else for just like ritual spazzing out, writhing, wailing, anything like that?
I mean, you certainly can.
Emotional support.
Emotional support.
Grodus is going to throw on a robe. Grodus is going to throw on a robe and just start screaming, "Shoobity bop 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 bop."
Where did you get a robe?
Shoobity doo bop doo body doo bop.
You travel with
I
that
fucking
robe?
love that video. It's so good.
I've watched that too many times.
It's so good.
For me.
Good old shoe body bop. Excellent. All right, so Honker, you're gonna do a nature check for me, and then Maz. Let's see here. Needs to do a. It's like, hey, I wanted to do a crafting check for support. Okay.
What check am I doing? You said
nature.
Okay, I got to do this with a +2 because I have the one thing.
Okay.
That primal mistletoe.
Oh, right.
+2. I'm
Nice.
terrible at nature, so I'm gonna do anything I can. Wait. Okay. So if I join Grodus in dancing around, does this count as? I wonder. No. Okay, I'm just gonna roll nature.
I really wanted to see where that was going.
Oh boy, we should have tried harder. Okay.
All right. So you and Maz try to reverse this ritual while, Grodus flails and convulses and chants and does the shoe body bop in the background. And it's just not feeling quite right. You guys don't feel it taking hold like you would think. It sounds like you might need some more juice, perhaps some more hands in the fire, as it were.
All right. I'll help. But I don't want to, but I will.
All right. So, for those of you that are helping, you're going to give me a crafting check. And then Honker, you're going to give me another nature check.
Throwing down a performance for my religious skill.
All right. Okay. Hi, buddy. All right. So, with all of you combined and the shoe body bop in the background, you do kind of feel, after you've been going at this for a bit, various somatic elements and maybe a little bit of dancing. Why not? You feel the air kind of shift in the place, and you can hear, because you guys are kind of above that front room down there, and you can kind of hear through the floor some kind of startled noises from below you, and as well as what sounds like just kind of like frantic running around down there going on. Nobody comes up to bother you, but you kind of hear commotion going on down there as you finish this ritual up. And you successfully finish the ritual.
We finished the ritual. Oh yeah, so then we should probably go downstairs and see what's going on, guys. I heard some stuff down there. Maybe there's people that we saved and we can buy into the business.
Perhaps. Yet another business venture.
always on the lookout for.
All right. Oh yeah. Let me unlock the tokens here. So we can. They should be unlocked. They are unlocked. Okay. All right. So you guys head downstairs. And the first thing you notice is you see some of the various patrons that had been like in some of the gambling rooms and whatnot nearby. You see them kind of wandering a little blearily in the halls. They look a little confused. They don't seem to quite know what's going on. And of course, they look terrible because they haven't eaten anything real in a while. They kind of see you guys approach, and they're like, "How? I feel like I've been here for ages. Who? Oh God, my stomach. Did you guys just arrive? Are you here to gamble?" And he kind of like the guy who had approached you. He kind of bends over and kind of dry heaves a little bit.
Congratulations, you've been rescued. You're going through a possession hangover. It's normal. Purge everything. Become a new body.
The entourage starts like dancing around that person, chanting, "Purge, purge, purge."
That's right.
It
You guys are
helps.
safe now. It's fine. You should go eat some real food. We took the route where it didn't end in me killing most of you with heel kicks to the face. So you're welcome.
Eat slowly, though, so you don't throw up.
Yeah, hydrate in sips.
All right. So it seems at least like the whatever illusory business was over the people that were still here is gone. Do you guys head down to that last front room there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we kind of have to.
All right. Okay, so you guys head down to that front room of the place. How are we opening the door here? Dramatic kick. Yeah.
Yeah, Grotus is walking in like a cowboy into the saloon.
All right, so you cowboy it up in here and bust through the door, and you can see it's like on the tables on here. You can see what looks like used to be like like all of this like really fancy food that you guys had seen around and people eating and whatnot. It's kind of fading away on the tables here. And there's a couple of Brugadaches in this room that are kind of frantically running around. They haven't really taken notice of you coming in, Grotus. And, after a few, moments as you guys are all kind of making your way into the room, there's this strange, like, low reverberating sound that occurs. And these remaining Brugadaches just kind of like whip into like nothingness, assumedly sucked back to whatever plane it was they had been summoned from. And, whatever was left of the feasts that were around like completely dissipates. And the room is empty.
Cool. Grab a drink.
Let's see here. Yeah, you do head over to that bar there, and there is still some regular alcohol on the back there. And you're able to crack open a bottle and chunk some down here. Let's see here. All right. So as you guys are kind of relaxing a little bit in here and having a bit of a drink, there is various patrons around, but there are also some, staff of the Fortunes Hall that, we're still here and we're caught up in all of this business. And, one of them kind of comes up to you. It's one of the ones who was actually one of the theater folks that you guys had rescued earlier. They've had a little bit longer to recuperate after you freed them from the mind business of the big ones in the theater. And they approach you here and say, God, well, it seems you did good. Got those slimy bastards back to wherever they came from. But
I think the people around here know good and fucking well where they came from.
well, it seems the Carrister's big plan that they were boasting about didn't go so well for Fortune's Hall, or for them, from what you said. I mean, you said you found their bodies earlier, didn't you? Oof. Well, hell.
Yes, we did.
Sounds like something I'd say.
As he kind of stands there trying to thinking about what to do, one of the other staff members who was in the gambling rooms comes in. They are the chef of the place, and he immediately just kind of beelines it past you for the kitchen, and you hear him kind of mucking about in there trying to find anything that hasn't gone bad to try to make into something to kind of help everybody get their strength back. Let's see, let me make sure I have the right.
Beer back.
Sure thing. So the two guys that were from the theater here that you'd rescued early on. Pretty sure I said at least one of their names before, but if not, one of them is named Ginritz Partroy, and the other one is Imlander Groost. And they're a little bit at a loss for what to do now, since the owners of this place are gone and things are kind of a wreck. And, given what's happened, who knows if things are ever going to pick back up around here. But you had mentioned in your conversations after you'd rescued them, that you guys had come from a circus. And, since these two are both entertainers, or were entertainers here, they both kind of come up to you and are like, well, I can't say the prospects around here in Fortune's Hall look too good, but if you're in need of any more entertainers, well, we'd be happy to lend a hand. I mean, I do. Imlander kind of motions at himself, and he's like, I do, a bit of dancing. And, Ginritz here is quite a master with the blade, juggling them, swallowing them, fighting with them. We've both done quite a bit of entertaining here at the Fortune's Hall over the years, so we have a bit of experience. But if you're interested, we'd be happy to help out.
Oh, Honker just excitedly immediately launches into discussing with them how long the open enrollment period is, and the various social health care plans,
Right.
and how it's a profit share. We can let them I explain this is employee owned, so you can join, but you have to buy in. It's okay that you don't have the money now. You can work it off. We'll just charge you room and board and stuff like that at very reasonable market rates until your buy-in is paid. But then you'll be part of the company, and hopefully sometime before you're too old to work, you'll start turning a profit.
If you're really committed, then you'll join Grotus's Junior Executive Club for an extra 500 gold a month. Get all the secrets to success and crime.
Nice. So, with these two, let me see. Here, I can get some pics here. So Imlander is the one in the top left of that particular group of things. And Ginritz is the one on the bottom of that particular group of things. So they bring, let's see, looks like audience, dance, magical traits, and the other one, agile and injury traits for potential usage in your own tricks and things. So, I'll just write these guys' details down real quick. Let's see. Inlander, audience, dance, magical, acrobat, 22, diplo.
The circus abilities grow.
They do indeed. Let's see, and then Ginritz, agile, injury, reflex. All right. All right. So after, some rousing discussion of labor and profit sharing and whatnot, a lot of the other people have had a little bit more time to recover. There was at least a little bit of food, it seems, in the kitchen that hadn't gone entirely bad, and the chef managed to make a few simple things to help people kind of at least get back on their feet in some sort of manner. But most of the people who are here, once they kind of get their bearings and whatnot, you hear a lot of them kind of talking amongst themselves about, oh man, like with Fortune's Hall, how it is. I was already trying to get out of Willowside. I don't know if I want to go back. I think I might just leave. And some of the other folks, you hear them mentioning like, oh, it'd be a shame if, Fortune's Hall went to waste. I hope it can, come back someday. And, all of them at least, including like the new circus members that you guys had picked up here, all agree that, while, they may have other things they want to move on to later, given what's happened here, it'd probably be best that everybody all together go to Willowside to recuperate and, have some safety in the town, and then, either come back to Fortune's Hall later to build it back up or move on with their lives somewhere else in the countryside. But they request your assistance in escorting them back to town, so they'll be safer all in a big group. They've heard, the whisperings about strange creatures and things that have been out and about in the wilds out here, and we're a pretty decent ways away from Willowside at the moment, so going one by one is just asking for trouble, especially with how weak a lot of the folks are right now.
Yeah, come on, join our convoy. It's a beautiful sight.
All right. So the patrons here already have pretty much most of their stuff, because they came here to stay a little bit and party, and they didn't really bring a whole bunch. The couple of folks that were patrons, a couple of folks that were staff, including the two that have decided to join up with you, head out back. It sounds like the little buildings that were outside were kind of the staff quarters, and a few of them, they head out there and kind of pack up whatever belongings they're wanting to bring along with themselves. And it takes a few hours for everybody to get all their stuff together, so it gives you guys a little bit of time to rest yourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just do that. There's a rest. Okay. Everybody has a little rest here while the folks here at Fortune's Hall get their shit together. And in no time at all, everybody's all set to head out back to Willowside. So it's a few hours journey back to Willowside. So if I remember right, let's see here. Oh yeah, it's like a half a day's journey to get back to Willowside from here. You know, possibly a little bit longer because people are weak. Might need to go a little bit slow.
I've got my carriage. I can stuff them all in the abdomen of the spider carriage.
The spider carriage?
My skin stitch.
Well, actually, there is that. There actually is a carriage out front. You could have the skin stitch pull that.
Yeah,
They'd
sure.
probably be a little more amenable to that than riding inside an abomination.
They're amenable to anything I want them to be amenable to.
Look, we're
We
gonna
all
take
know this.
horrors. You take what you can get, and you don't throw a fit.
So, with everything loaded up, however they're getting carted, abomination or no, you guys head out from Willowside to make the way back west. And along the way, for the about half of the way, pretty uneventful. The road's still how it was. But you eventually come up to a point in the road where it seems like the things that have been around Zolgath seem to have been busy at some point. There's a blockade of cut trees that has been erected across the road ahead. It looks like it's been a little hastily put together. So, with if you take the time to do some effort, you could probably clear it out of the way.
Blow it up?
The what?
Can I just blow it up?
Yeah, you could certainly blow it up if you like, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I want to blow it up.
All right. You get everybody to stand back a bit. You just chucking like alchemist fires at it or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, Raz, you load up a few alchemist fires and blast these stacked up logs and things here out of the way. And let's see here. So the blast goes off, and the tree trunks kind of scatter a bit, and the smoke clears. You see that the road ahead seems to be open, and you see or you hear kind of from the woods around you. The sound of you blowing this thing up seems to have alerted some attention. And you hear the sound of some creatures approaching through the woods here. Let me get the right map up. Come on. Raz and Crotus and Hunker. Maz and Scorch. All right. Here we go. All right. So from out of the trees, from both the north and the south, approaching on here, you see a few pretty decently large of these dinosaur creatures you've seen before coming in, and it looks like they have riders on their backs. Let's get them all here. So two of them appear to be Triceratops, and then one of them, I feel like we've seen one of these before. One of them's a T-Rex. I'm pretty sure we ran into a T-Rex with these guys before.
Yeah, there's Zolgaths that could not contain one.
That's right. Okay, yeah, we did. That's right. Oh yeah, so this is it's got a T-Rex with a rider, and then two Triceratops with a rider that are coming down and up out of the woods to the commotion of their little blockade here on the road. So everybody go ahead and
Okay.
roll it up. And I'll take care of Maz here. All right. So, looks like top of the order here is Braz.
Excellent. Raj really just wants to go home and sleep in her own bed, so she's gonna throw some more alchemist fire.
All right. All right. That first
and
one
then-
misses but splashes around.
Did I miss both of them?
Let's see. The first one.
No, I think it
No,
hit
first
both.
one. Yeah, first one hit. First one hit. Second one missed. I'd scroll down too far.
I only did one. I targeted 2 people. I've only done one so far.
Oh well, since this is like a rider on the dinosaur, if you're targeting like one, it'll hit. Like you're kind of hitting both of them because
Okay, so I should. Okay,
they're
so
kind of one unit.
Okay, so I did hit the big one, so I'll just target that one. So then I'll put my persistent fire on that one.
Okay.
And then I'll throw my second one. And then I'll
Nice. A hit. All right.
That's what happened.
So, oh here, I'll identify these guys so they don't have just random names here. Triceratops. There we go. Okay, everybody's got their names. All right, which brings us to Grotus.
Grotus is gonna target the rider of the Triceratops with a flying creationist kick and end this dinosaur tyranny.
Excellent.
So he's automatically put in the stumbling stance. No need to waste an action on that. I could roll for the leap or the high jump if you like. It's
Okay.
athletics. I don't know exactly how it works. DC. Oh, mixed stride, temp, vertical leap, and temp DC 30 athletics trap to increase the height of your jump.
Okay.
If you didn't stride at least 10 feet, you automatically fail. Never mind, it's going to be a leap. For a high jump and long jump that lets you take a careful short jump, you can leap up to 10 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 15 feet. Yeah.
So it sounds like you can just do that. You can just jump.
So I extend my jump. I use a hero point to extend it.
All right.
So I can kick the guy on the Triceratop's back. Okay.
Hey, there you go. Okay. Successful flying kick.
I do all that business to kick the guy from the top of the Triceratops. And assuming it says I fall and land wherever I am there, I don't know how if I'm going to land on the back of the Triceratops. That's what I would like to do. Keep beating the shit out of him.
Okay. So you're trying to like boot the guy off the dinosaur, take place on the dinosaur.
Just really boot the guy off the dinosaur and then.
Okay, just kind of boot the guy off the dinosaur and with his booted self travel off and land on him.
Yeah, and then probably get away from the scared, confused, rampaging dinosaur.
All right.
So
Okay.
I'll hit him once. I'll hit him again if I have to.
Yep. With it knocking him off like that, like he's currently prone on the ground. You kind of landed on him, and you're just kind of laying into him. So he is, he's definitely like disadvantaged here, or flat-footed or whatever. All right. Fuck him up.
Last one.
All right.
Sure, I got that off guard. Okay, it's at the bottom. I can do that easy.
Do I need to roll his the stunning thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Which that was a
Constitution
Constitution. That's right. It's Constitution.
save
Okay.
or yeah.
Con save. Yeah, he fails that. He rolled an 11.
It's stunned. Oh, that's critical then, because he's less than.
Oh,
30.
yeah, that would be. So
Yes.
what is it if it's a critical? What's different about that, though?
I think it's stunned 2 or 3. Let me
Stun
double
2.
check.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, stunned 3 on a critical failure.
Oh, damn. So he's just like full on stunned. All right.
He's fucking out.
Nicely done. All right. Anything else?
That's all my actions.
Okay. So, this Zolgath on the farther Triceratops, he pulls out, you see him pull out like a vial of some kind from his pouch. Like Braz, you can see that like you're well versed in these things. It looks like he's pulling out an alchemist fire. And he kind of pulls his arm back and chucks it in y'all's direction here. Oops. Come on. There we go. Targeting Braz. Alright, so this alchemist fire comes flying through the air at you, Braz, and misses. Splashes on the ground next to you, though, and does a little bit of splash damage to you.
It's about a flesh wound.
I'm not sure how... This little selector for this, like, rolls all of the damage, and doesn't that... So if you want to give yourself 2 damage, Braz, from splash, because otherwise, if I click this, it's going to roll the full shebang on you, and that's not what happened. Alright, and then after that initial doing of the alchemist fire and crafting for his other thing, he is... Let's see... You hear him shout something in a language you don't understand, and he and the Triceratops move together in the direction of... I guess Grotus would be up here now. That's right, because he jump kicked. Alright, so this Triceratops and Rider move up in the direction of the group towards that barrier that got bonked out. Alright, Maz. Let's see. Maz is gonna move up with Grotus here, with the guy that is currently on the ground, and pull out the rapier and go to town. Whew. Nice.
Good Lord.
Hit and a miss. Poking some damage into this guy on the ground.
Damage.
Yeah, those are some pretty decent rolls. Alright, the other Triceratops here. Let's see, this one is currently mounted. Can this do anything on its own right now while it's mounted? Hold on. Okay, it can. Alright, so the Triceratops with the rider on it moves in a short distance in the direction of Maz and Grotus. And as it kind of strides up to Maz here, it tries to step on her. Misses. The Zolgath up here on the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Charges up this direction.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Alright, so he's up here with his Tyrannosaurus Rex. And with his halberd that he has, tries to strike at you, Maz.
Do you mean bras?
Yep, Braz. And hits, swiping down with his halberd from above. Smackaroony. The Tyrannosaurus sees Scorch here next to it.
No!
And tries to take some swipes at Scorch with the talons on its feet. And hits. And misses. Honker. You got a Tyrannosaurus above you.
Yeah, Honker will just step up and bite bite on the Tyrannosaurus.
A bold
All right.
move.
Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah. Turnabout is fair play. So his whole body splits in half, and he just chomps that fucker.
Hot damn.
Whew. All right, so you pretty much just like take off this thing's tail, pretty much. Just, gone, consumed.
What do you think that Tyrannosaur is thinking right now? Because, like, Honker, you're teeny tiny. And you just
He's
ate
thinking
a tail.
exactly what Honker's saying. I'm Honker! And then suffer.
All right.
I'm feeling a lot less scared right now with this thing being next to me.
Anything else on your turn here, Honker?
Nope, that's it. That's
Okay.
all three actions.
Hell of a turn.
All right. This Triceratops, its rider got knocked off it, so it's a little confused, but still sees stuff going on, things being attacked. So let's see here. It kind of rears up in a bit of confusion here, and tries to ram into Maz with his horns. And hits. And then with that successful hit there, with Maz kind of hit with the horns, runs with her like into the tree and like bashes her into the tree over here.
Shit.
Which does Maz has some persistent bleed damage from this. Which brings us to This guy on the ground.
With
Got
no
Grotus.
actions.
Yep, took out. You got no actions. He's totally stunned. Nothing. Scorch.
Okay. Scorch is gonna go at the ankles of the Tyrannosaur. I think let's go with the claws.
Okay. Ah. Hey, that one hits though. Nice. Alright. Little something at least. Okay. Top of the order here. With the Zolgath on top of the Tyrannosaurs. So it... Let's see here. It keeps trying to use its halberd here. Oops. Striking at you some more bras. A hit. And a miss. And a hit. Alright, he's swinging down to you from up on top of this thing.
Ow.
Ow, indeed. Alright, the Zolgath on the Triceratops over here. Sees you, Grotus, on top of his friend here that you've kind of roundly knocked out for just a little bit. And he pulls out a short bow from his back and goes to shoot at you, Grotus. With a hit.
I deflect that shit.
Ooh. Is there something got to roll for that? Or
There
that just...
is. Let me see how it looks up again. I just know I got it in here.
Fuck yeah.
One of my favorite things to fucking do. Deflect arrow. Okay. You gain a +4 circumstance bonus to AC against a triggering attack. If the attack misses, you have deflected it. You cannot use this feat to deflect usually massive things.
Okay.
+4 to AC. My current AC is 31, and he just...
Yeah, he just made it, so yeah, that means you would deflect it then.
Yeah. Swat that shit away.
Alright. Bam. Knocked away. Not a problem. Alright, this kind of shocks the Zolgath a bit. You hear him make kind of like a frustrated noise about this. And he loads another one. And that one just completely misses. And at this, he kind of snarls and... Let's see. What's the reach on this? Nope, that's too far. That's too far. You see him for his third action. You see him kind of messing about with something in like one of his satchels here on top of this. This Zolgath is on the ground, and I believe they're just stunned 2 now. Does that have to like go? I think that's how that works, right?
Let me check. But I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it like goes down over time or something like that. But you know, it has more to go through because it's multiple layers of stun or something.
Yeah, stun overrides slowly. If the duration of your stun ends while you are slowed. You can access. Returning you stun on your next turn, you would lose. Okay, so he was stun 3, lost 3 actions. Now is back to stun 0, I think.
Yep, that's how it works.
Okay, so he's just not stunned now. Okay,
He's just back in
You
action.
drop 1 stun per action. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. So he is still on the ground though, as you flying kicked his ass off his Triceratops. So his first action, he tries to get up. Let's see. Roll a on him. All right. You kind of knock the wind out of him a bit. He doesn't get himself up off the ground very bit. You're still kind of in the process of beating his ass. But he does try to kind of claw at you, Grotus. Since you're the one on him. And we'll do this with a minus. It's a little awkward from the ground.
Yeah, knocked off the Triceratops, hit with all of the follow-up attacks and a critical rapier, and he's still scratching my ankles.
Still trying, yep. Okay, Maz is over on this tree, bleeding a bit since the Triceratops just, basically gored her and rammed her into a tree. Is a little mad at this Triceratops, understandably. And goes after that fucker with the rapier. Nice.
It's hard to miss.
All right. And then third attack. Misses the third one. But lays into that Triceratops quite a bit. The Triceratops is definitely bleeding a bit. And then she also takes some bleeding damage from the residual of that Triceratops attack. The Triceratops, in turn, goes after her. And, her being quite a bit smaller than this Triceratops, is trying to trample her a bit with its feet. Misses. She's dodging deftly, dancing around these dinosaur feet. But not quite enough. Gets bonked. And it misses. Alright. And that takes some damage from the persistent fire from Braz earlier. And let's see, the other Triceratops here. It tries to, with its owner here, kind of moves in your direction here, Braz, and you see it coming at you with its horns. Alright, it critically misses you. You dodge out of the way, and this Triceratops and Rider go running past you and rams into the Tyrannosaurus.
Woo!
Nice.
Thank God.
Alright, let me make sure this is targeting the right thing. Not Braz, not itself. Tyrannosaurus. Alright, so you see the rider on the back of the Tyrannosaurus, like kind of rear up the Tyrannosaurus a bit, try to get it to take, the brunt of this. Alright, so Triceratops does some damage to the Tyrannosaurus here, and the guy on top of the Tyrannosaurus is kind of, you hear him shouting and yelling in whatever their language is, and trying to get control of his thing. The other guy who's on top of the Tyrannosaurus seems, possibly a little bit higher ranked. You hear him kind of angrily shouting in their language at the other guy. So amongst all this, Scorch comes up.
All right, he'll continue attacking the Tyrannosaur.
Nice. Alright, amidst the commotion, Scorch causing some damage. Oh, misses the second one. Misses the third one. Does a little bit at least. Alright, Honker. Carnage is ensuing.
Okay. I'm gonna try something different. We'll do the inspire courage on everybody
Okay.
this time. There we go. Everybody's inspired. And then I'll shout again, I'm Honker! As I'm like dancing around and honking my nose.
Okay.
Okay, and so I'm attempting to enthrall.
Ooh, okay.
And so for enthrall, the way this reads, okay, so they have a will save.
A will
Let
save.
me untarget. Yeah, I can drop it on it quick.
Okay. Let me adjust this Triceratops so all the tokens are visible there. There we go.
Okay.
Honker, you still have Scorch on
That's
target.
fine. It doesn't really matter. There. Okay, so
Let's see. Triceratops fails. Let's see. That Zolgath Herder succeeds. The one on top of the Triceratops, or on top of the Tyrannosaurus fails. The Tyrannosaurus succeeds. The other herd tender fails. So it
okay,
seems
so the northern Triceratops failed, right?
looks like it, yeah. Yeah,
And
there were
then
several of the ones that failed. So yeah, there should be one.
and then
So
the herder
yeah,
failed.
a herder and the rough rider failed, and then two of the Triceratops, or both Triceratops failed, but the Tyrannosaur and the one other
Okay.
herder succeeded.
Sweet. Okay,
All right.
so those ones are fascinated.
Okay.
And then your next question is like, what is fascinated? And I'm like, I'm
Already
gonna
looking.
say some stuff to stall while I look it up.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see. Compels you to focus your attention on something, taking a -2 penalty to skill checks. And they can't concentrate. So anything that requires concentration doesn't work. Yeah. So yeah, you're basically you're distracting them and giving them a -2.
Yep. Yep, basically.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay, this Tyrannosaurus is a bit pissed since it just got ran into by this other thing. And, despite whatever training this thing has gone through, its baser instincts take over here for a bit. And it loses control. Oops. Target. Alright, and it goes for this Triceratops that just ran into it. With its foot. Hits. Alright, so it stomps on this Triceratops with its foot and pins it to the ground, and like the Zolgath that was on the back of the Triceratops, you see it kind of panicking a bit and trying to extricate itself from the saddle of this thing. And let's see. It is successfully grabbed. Okay, so it grabs the foe. Okay, so with that Triceratops pinned, it bites the Triceratops. So it is currently in its jaws, and you can see the guy on the back of the Tyrannosaurus is like trying his best to regain control of his Tyrannosaur here. Grotus.
Okay, so I have still got this herd tender and this Triceratops. Triceratops is fascinated, but still hostile to us, right?
Yeah, the Triceratops is currently distracted by Honker's little show over here. And then the other Zolgath herd tender on the ground is looking pretty beat up from all the wailing you guys have given onto him.
Yeah, he's gonna get one more piece here, so make sure he gets out quick. This is just the one hit. It's not a flurry.
Okay.
Vaya con Dios. And a heel drop. Just elbow drop.
All right.
Why does it say half? It shouldn't be halved.
Why is that halved? I will fix whatever that is.
It's the full force of the people's elbow.
Yeah, I don't see anything that would be causing that to be halved. Weird. Okay. Well, with the full damage that should be doing, the people's elbow is the people's finisher.
So then from the ground does like a crazy like spin kick recovery thing, like a breakdance Jackie Chan type move, which
Nice.
results in a flurry of kicks on the adjacent Triceratops.
Okay. Boom. That's a hit.
And this is for stunning strike as well. So
Oh, okay. Let me get the Triceratops's thing up here. Con save. It rolls an 18, so that's a failure.
it's 10 less for a critical fail, right?
Yeah.
So that's a crit fail.
A crit fail. Okay, we got a stunned and fascinating Triceratops.
So I guess with that like breakdancing move, just one of the hits hit it right behind the fan, like in the back of the skull.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing just like is just coughing its face off right now.
All right. Let's see. That brings us to Braz, who is probably closer than you want to be to a whole mess of shit.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna throw some fucking fire at these things.
Yeah, with how they all are, that if you're throwing an alchemist fire, that's probably gonna hit all four of those things there. Riders included. And
Okay, so looks like I got a critical on the Triceratops.
yeah, go ahead and roll the damage on those, then you can just redo the targets on the other two and roll those. So that works.
Okay, and then the Triceratops will have persistent fire. And then let me do the second one. Okay, but they'll still get splash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Up on the Tyrannosaurus here, Zolgath Rough Rider is trying to get control of his beast here. And you hear him shouting some things. And he manages, with his shouting here and pulling on this, harness that this thing's got, he manages to kind of wrest control back of this Tyrannosaurus, and it gets it to let go of his pals Triceratops. And the Rough Rider, let's see here, he shouts something different than some of the other things he was shouting at this Tyrannosaurus. And you see him, like, yank on the harness a bit, and the Tyrannosaurus turns, and he has this... Is this the right one? Where the hell is the Tyrannosaurus? Not yourself. Gotta scoot. There we go. Alright. Turns him around to go after Honker, since Honker took a big, the ass off of his dinosaur. This Tyrannosaurus tries to chomp at you, Honker. Hits. And with you bitten by this Tyrannosaur, it, with you kind of grabbed in its mouth, attempts to fling you. Let's see, where is it here? All right, so it attempts to fling you, just kind of with its jaws, just kind of in the direction of one of the nearby trees, Honker. So you're currently, oops, come on, let me grab Honker. There we go. All right, so Honker, you're flying across the battlefield here towards this tree. Give me a reflex save. Nice. So, Honker, you're heading towards this tree, and with your reflex save, you manage to reach out and grab one of the branches you're passing under, and with the branch kind of bending as you're moving along with it, you manage to slow yourself enough, and kind of let yourself down onto the ground without a serious impact here. So now you're currently under this tree on the other side of the battlefield. And that brings us to Grotus.
We're gonna be eating good tonight. Grotus starts laying into this thing some more. Another set of stumbling strikes with the stunning fist.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, nice. All right, you're cracking into this Triceratops here. Hit after hit coming out.
Give me the meat.
Bam. That Triceratops is Triceratoast.
No fortitude save, huh?
Nope, nothing left to fort.
Grotus looks at this guy and his eyes just kind of flash with a strange glow, and he yells out this unholy sound. And he flies across the sky. Like fucking
Beautiful.
Raiden, and slams into the sky.
Whee. All right. And miss.
No, that was stumbling strike at me. I put on the wrong token.
Oh, okay. And critically
Still
misses.
Okay, critically misses. So I bounce off the ground. Or I guess he just throws up a simple block like you can with Raiden, which bounces back.
Yep. Hey, Riz is here.
We're fighting dinosaurs.
Yeah, we're fighting dinosaurs.
Again?
Yeah. You got gored against a tree by a Triceratops at one point.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Then you stabbed him.
Good. I'm glad that I got my recompense.
Yeah.
That's Grotus's
At
whole
least I didn't die this time.
No, you haven't died yet. I'll let you get. I already updated your thing. So
Anybody's gonna die here, it's gonna be me.
yeah, Braz gotten chomped up a bit.
It wasn't even the dinosaur. It was
Well,
a
that's
stupid
fine.
rider and his halberd.
No, that's true. Yeah, it was the Tyrannosaurus rider with the halberd. That's right. There's a T-Rex.
Missing a tail.
As you do. At least Honker will have many beautiful skins.
Well, Honker did already bite the T-Rex's tail off.
I'm Honker.
Do I want to know how?
I mean, you know
With
how
my mouth.
the usual
Tell us what I do.
Honker way of taking big chomps out of stuff.
You have to say it like the guy from the
Eldritch
original
Horror?
Jurassic Park. We've got a T-Rex. Say that again. You've got a T-Rex? We've got a T-Rex.
Okay, I am here.
Welcome. I'll let you get Fantasy Grounds loaded up and get the map up for you here. In the meantime, let me ask you the question we asked everybody else, which is, what's on Maz's grocery list?
Well, she doesn't know how to write.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a list. Like, if Maz is going down to the grocery store, what's Maz getting?
She's probably gonna get potatoes.
That's it. Just potatoes.
Mostly, yeah.
I mean, I guess that would mean
What do you want
nods
from her?
nods approvingly.
I mean, have you met my sister?
Yeah, wait, you know what was on my grocery list?
Turnips?
Produce.
Yeah.
All of it, yeah. The entire produce
All the
section.
Potatoes are Maz's favorite.
Grotus was
Potatoes were
also
also on
potatoes and protein shake, but like medieval style.
Fantasy protein shake.
And Honker
So,
was
like,
different kinds of oil, so they can have
Would
oil
a
time.
medieval protein shake just be blended up meat thinned out with water?
Ugh, God.
Man, that would have probably been a cooler answer.
A
We
meat
took
smoothie?
we took dried beef jerky and smoked fish, and we threw it in the mill, and we grind it into a fine powder and flavor it with cocoa.
So a meat smoothie.
Mmm.
Hey, it's delicious.
Yep, and
Oh, you make it out of-
Honker was the entire oil section because they have oil time with all of their entourage and oil each other up.
I think I found the hidden
You
sauce.
oil each other's wood?
Mm-hmm.
Got to, or it cracks.
Yeah, you gotta keep them moist.
Can't have parched wood.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that out of every
You wanna leave
bad
my moist
habit
wood dry?
Brodus has, at least Honker has good hygiene.
No, it's sexual. I will take no further questions.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, I 100% assumed it was sexual.
I was trying to be better.
This is why we
I
got
had you
him
better,
his
girl.
own trailer, and he had to move out with me. He's exploring some stuff and needs space.
Oh dear.
It was starting to smell like sap everywhere, and I figured he had to go.
Sap and sweat. You don't know how he sweats, but he just does.
It was just resin and soil.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
God bless him, Explorer. He's doing some great work.
Is he? Is he though?
I'm Honker.
Not just an entertainer, but a
Sure, buddy.
pioneering pervert, as the best entertainers are.
Exactly. So true. All right, so
I mean, that's just part of Honker's clown lore. He was taught the history of clowns.
yeah, that's just part of clowns. Period. Okay, so Grotus had attempted a flying kick to get down this Triceratops, missed, but is now over here. Triceratops is a bit confused. You know, there was the whole thing with it getting run into the Tyrannosaurus Rex and getting bit by said Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that it's a little confused right now. So it kind of lashes out in the area around it, just kind of flailing its horns in a bit of a panic because its rider hasn't gotten the control back of it. Let's see, Triceratops targets. Let's see, stuff in ring. All right, so all three of these horns. Let's see, hits Grotus, misses the Tyrannosaurus, misses Braz.
Oh, thank God.
Why did that still roll damage on Braz and the Tyrannosaurus, even though it missed?
Because
Still
fuck
haven't
you,
targeted.
that's why.
Oh, yeah, because I'll fix that. Hold on. Let me fix Braz here.
I'm already close enough to.
Okay, let me fix that one there. Okay. All right. And then you see it.
Wait, mine didn't fix.
Oh, oops. I forgot yours.
Oh my god, the DM wants you to die.
Clearly.
No, that's Racky in the chat. Racky said you needed to die.
Hey, Racky. Kiss my ass.
Miss you.
Lots of love.
All right. There we go.
I
Should be
can't
fixed.
die. I gotta blow this fucking T-Rex up.
All right. So you see the Triceratops kind of take a defensive kind of posture with its its frilled head here, kind of in the direction of everybody here. Which brings us to. Looks like it does take some damage from resistant fire from earlier, which brings us to Braz.
And guess what? Here comes more fire, bitches.
Nice.
The Triceratops should not have gotten that damage.
I mean, Alchemist Fire is kind of an AoE, doesn't it? They're all kind of right here.
So, no, but I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. Oh.
It'll get splashed, but it should have got that.
Oh.
That was
I
the
see the
target.
problem. I see the problem. Okay, let me fix. You would think it would
But
know.
guys, great news. Now the T-Rex is going to be on fire.
Yee!
I've set all the dinosaurs on fire.
That's true. All the dinosaurs have been on fire.
Okay, now here comes the second. Wait,
Do you
That was my
think
first
we
one,
can
right?
eat dinosaur?
absolutely, and it's going to be nice and well done. And let me throw my second one.
I mean, Honker has already eaten dinosaur, so talk to Honker for.
But it wasn't cooked.
No, that's true.
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna
having-
cook it.
We're having backstrap Triceratops tonight.
All right, that second one hit both of them. That
Nice.
T-Rex is bad.
Excellent. All right. Flaming dinosaurs in the woods.
That's probably not a good place for them to be flaming.
All right, is that everything on you,
But
Braz?
it's June, they must flame.
That's true. We got gay woods dinosaurs for Pride Month. Scorch, what are you doing to these gay flaming dinosaurs?
Sorry, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Anywho, it's gonna bite the T-Rex.
He saw Honker do it, and now he's inspired.
Yeah, and inspired he is. He
Yeah.
hits.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Still
Doing-
good boy.
Doing his best. All right, Maz, you are up here by this tree. You're still persistently bleeding from being gored against a tree by a Triceratops.
Ow. My insides.
Your insides, indeed. But yeah, down everything that's an enemy right now is down to the south of you. There's a Tyrannosaurus with a guy on his back, Triceratops with a guy on his back, and there you go. The other ones are dead.
Okay. I'm gonna come down to Braz, and I'm gonna do my field medic and try and heal both of us.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your medicine check then for that.
If ever there was a time for a critical.
Right?
Just a regular success. So 2d8 plus 5 to both of yous. Oh, pretty good rolls on
18.
that. Yeah, pretty good rolls. All right, go ahead and heal yourselves for 18 apiece.
Oh god, I need to do math. 3.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to get the calculator out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the calculator. My brain can't do that after today.
Fair enough.
My brain don't think in the math.
Okay.
All right, still got one action. I wonder, would doing that get rid of persistent bleed damage? I think that. I feel like
That's
that.
a good question.
I feel like that would. Let's see. Pathfinder, right? Healing. Get rid of persistent bleed.
Does not remove the wounded condition. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. It just says it doesn't make me unwounded.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it would be. I think I like what this commenter is saying about it, and the way they do it is because like with the persistent bleeding, I guess that has like a check that does every time. And so the way they do it is that like reduces what the check threshold is. So I think I'm gonna go with that because I like that. So there's still a check, but the fact that you did some medicine like helps reduce that check.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So let me. Okay, so if that was, let me see, check. Okay, so with those rules then, because the way they put it was they reduced the check down to a 10 instead of a 15. So that would have passed. So let me go ahead and heal you back up and remove that persistent bleed on you.
Yay!
Yay! All right, Tyrannosaurus. Is not looking too hot, but the Rough Rider did manage to get control back of it here.
I'm sorry, he's not looking hot. He's on fire.
Okay, well, he is looking hot in that respect. That is true. He did just fling Honker across the field. So let's see what we do here. So the Rough Rider commands the Tyrannosaur to on target Honker here. Attack at Scorch. Alright, hits. Misses. And then tries to pin him to the ground with his foot. Misses. And the fire damage from the persistent fire ticks over enough, probably with also the combined, woundage of missing its entire ass. And the
Even now that mom's
Tyrannosaurus.
hands on fire.
Yeah, the Tyrannosaurus, like, it tries to stomp on Scorch here, misses, and, like, as it's, getting its foot down, it ends up keeling over with the Rough Rider on its back, like, protesting loudly and shouting, and kind of extricating itself from its harness here, and is looking mighty pissed about all this. Splat.
That is a big splat.
That is a big splat. It was a Tyrannosaurus. Which brings us to Honker, who is having a nice time over under this tree.
Okay, I will. There's. I will cast. I'll do a Dirge of Doom. Get some fear going on those. Oh,
Okay.
on just the one here, and then cast Confusion
Ooh. Okay.
on him. Just continuing the clown show. He threw me in a bush and like it didn't even phase me. I didn't stop.
Were you
At
like
all.
yelling "we" the whole time?
Just like it threw me and it was like, I'm Honker. And okay, so the failure confused for 1 minute.
Okay.
Get fucked. Have fun. That's my turn.
Right, if I remember right, the confusion is like the randomly determined target or something, right? Pretty sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they gotta like, I think it's random target or themselves. They're off guard, nobody's their ally,
Okay.
and
then
then
we do
they
the
use
roll
all
for
their
whether
actions to strike. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's either themselves or nearby things. Okay. All right.
If there's nothing nearby, you target yourself.
Right. Makes sense. Okay.
And then I tell everybody I got it confused.
All right. The Zolgath Herd Tender on the Triceratops. It yells something at its Triceratops. And the Triceratops... Where is it here? Fix the targeting. Gotta spread these out a bit so I can actually get the targets right. Okay. So he commands his Triceratops, who runs at Grotus. Why is that still targeting him? But it did hit Grotus. There we go. Okay. Runs at you, Grotus, with the horns. Hits you.
Wait, hold on. If it had to run, sorry to be
No, go ahead.
that person, but it can't run. It has to strike. So if it had to run, like if it had to move to do that, it can't move to do that. It has to strike.
Oh, was that confused too? I thought it was just the Rough Rider that was confused.
Oh, sorry. Yep. I was confused myself. Ignore me. Yep.
Okay.
I can only see one guy. I thought there was only one guy left from where I'm at. I'll have to. I don't know. There's a Rough Rider. I think he's down. So ignore Ross.
Okay. All right. So, Triceratops runs into you, Grotus, and then goes running a bit to the north with you on its horns, and then kind of like tosses you to the ground in front of it. with the Zolgath Rider still on his back here. And let me make sure that gives... Gonna have to do this really quick. There's the persistent bleed. Alright, persistent bleed. Okay. Alright. So you've gotten gored a little bit here, Grotus. And the Zolgath herd tender on the back kind of uncoils a whip from his hip here and tries to smack at you with said whip. Critically misses, though. Which brings us to you, Grotus. Kind of pick yourself up.
Stands up, spits out blood, looks at the guy with the whip and says, "Joke's on you. I'm into that shit." And launches his next kick at the Triceratops, who's off guard because it successfully hit him.
That's true.
So I guess he slid off of the horn in a creative way to make this stunning flurry of blows. It's not letting me roll. Every time I pick it up, it just puts it back. Oh, I see what's happening.
There you go. I fixed your targeting. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Ka-chow.
Nice.
Noise.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Triceratops done fucked up.
And I'm still within reach of this dildo. So
Yeah, because that guy's in the same spot, basically. Was on the Triceratops that is now collapsed to the ground.
he gets a piece. It's a fucking combo meal. Let's get some. That's my turn.
Excellent. Okay. Looks like we got... Oh yeah, that's persistent bleed. Okay, Braz.
Alright, I'm gonna go at this speckle fuck in front of me with my club.
Okay. Nice. All right, this guy is, confused from Honker's business, and you're in here wailing the shit out of him. Ooh, nice 20 on the third attack. Let's go. Hell yeah. All right. The herd tender up here with you, Grotus. Still has his whip out and is pissed that you killed his mount, and goes ham with the whip in your direction, missing and missing and was not successful at all. All right,
This
Maz.
really practice more.
I guess I'm gonna go up to the rider.
Okay.
Oh, it'd help if I used the right button to click. Or whoever this guy is. Then I will use my rapier.
Nice.
How did that hit? Okay, And then I will use my last turn to attack him.
Oh,
Man, this guy's kind of a pussy.
nice. All right. He is looking a little rough. Scorch.
Scorch will come up to this guy and he'll take some chomps out of him.
All right.
I didn't even see there was a guy down there.
Nice. Ooh, nice roll. Hey, here's Roll the Bites Worm.
Alright, and
Nice,
Scorch.
nice max damage chomp there. All right, the Rough Rider is confused. So let's see. So it's going to be either himself or Braz or Scorch. So let me roll. 1 will be him, 2 will be Braz, 3 will be Scorch, 4 will redo it. All right. 2. All right. In his confusion, flails around with his halberd. Ooh.
Fuck!
A confusingly strong smack.
Ow!
And let's see here. Oop. Come on, game.
Maz just yells over her shoulder. Braz, I've only been gone for 30 seconds! Stop dying!
I haven't died yet.
All right. Honker.
I'll do inspire defense on everybody.
Okay.
The defense is they all feel safe because they're giggling because I'm dancing around and the entourage is dancing around and pointing at the herd tender, and all we're saying is your mother never loved you over and over.
Very comforting.
Yeah, it really is. Oh,
And that Zilgath Herd Tender critically fails on whatever that save was.
He has mommy issues.
He does, evidently, big time.
Mommy doesn't love him.
And he
Okay.
knows it!
So basically what happens now is they're frightened too, and it takes 8d6 persistent psychic damage.
Ooh.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
God damn. There's some seriously deep-seated issues.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Definitely.
The Rough Rider is still confused. How long does the confusion last for?
Let me look. Ooh, that might have. It's not. Oh, nice. It's not sustained. 1 minute.
1 minute? Okay, cool. He's still confusing.
Yep. Yeah, 1 minute, and it doesn't look like it has
All right. So he, in his confusion, strikes at Scorch, misses, strikes at getting 4s, himself.
Thank God.
He was so confused that it took him like 3 tries to hit himself.
Yeah.
Jeez!
Critically misses himself.
Damn it.
That would have been a hilarious way for him to die.
That would have been. That really would have.
Oh, god damn it. Stop attacking my sister.
I'm gonna die here, aren't I? And the T-Rex is dead, so it's not even gonna be a cool death.
Right?
I mean, at least you could have just died to a T-Rex exploding on top of you, but no.
I'm
It
sorry,
misses.
I set it on fire and that ultimately killed it.
That's true. Yeah, it did die from being on fire. All right, Maz, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try and kill this dude in front of me.
Okay. Hoo-hoo. That may just. That may indeed.
Okay.
All right, that guy is Toasteroonie. Adding to the big blood puddle up there.
I'm gonna go down here, and then my last action is gonna be attacking this guy.
Yep. Ah.
I was still tired from running.
It was a long way. Bros.
I have very short legs.
That's true. It's farther for you. Hey, let's go. Bonk. Oh, that lingered on that 20. I saw that. Oh. Honker.
Honker will. I will just. I have to. No, I can see that Rough Rider still. Okay. So I used one. I'll do it again. I'll just keep making fun of this one over here.
Yep.
No. Come on. Oh.
This guy is not quite as traumatized as the other one was.
Okay, so this one takes 2d6 fire damage. I don't have that built. Just kind of
Okay.
2d. So they take 3 persistent, not fire. So psychic.
Psychic. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and
And then
roll.
I'll inspire courage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Scorch. Oh, beautiful.
Scorch was really upset that he attacked the mama.
Yeah, he's that puppy.
All right, that was all it needed. Scorch, finishing things off with a nice mouthful of lizard. All right.
Scrumptious.
All right, so we find ourselves on the road here. We did blast these barriers out of the way earlier with some explosions. The road seems clear to go forward from whatever the Zolgast had going on here.
I'd like to try to heal myself a little before we move forward.
Yeah, feel free to do any medicine checks for...
I'll do me and Grotus because we're the most wounded.
Okay. Are you doing any as well, Miles?
Yeah, I'm gonna do...
Okay, so regular success for yours, Braz, 2d8 plus 5.
Why is there no 2? The lowest option it gives me is roll 3.
Weird.
Here.
I'll just do individual. Oh, okay. Well, yours was definitely better, so...
Not by much. So, looks like 11 for you and Grotus from yours. And then Maz, if you want to...
Grotus.
Maz is also gonna do Braz and Grotus.
Okay.
Jesus.
Ooh, that is just a regular failure. So nothing happens.
Welp.
Well,
I have a bunch in the bank. I'm just gonna use a hero point.
okay.
Or don't we got a thing? We got the healing regeneration.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you guys
Why
do
do I
have the
always
regen
forget
thing you
about
can
that?
activate, and Honker also has a regeneration field that he can activate with his
the tree of
mistletoe.
life thing.
How does our thing work?
So that gives you fast healing. What's the level of it? Let me take a look here really quick. Just find it here. Okay, so 5, 7, 11. So you have 5. The fast healing 6. You can activate on yourself, and it lasts for a minute. So, let's see. Okay, so if you activate that, you would heal yourself for 60. If it ticks the full value, you'd heal yourself for 60. So that would pretty much heal everybody up except for you, Braz. You'd still have a little bit of damage, but everybody else would be fully healed if you used your resonant reflection.
Woohoo!
It sounds like we're using it.
All right. Yeah, and that's a reusable thing. It's like once per day you can do that. So everybody go ahead and fix yourselves up. Looks like, yeah, and Braz, you still have 20 left there. But you're all feeling a lot better. All right. And the other folks that are traveling with you, they had the carriage and stuff from Fortune's Hall that you were bringing back to Willowside. There's a little ways back on the road while you guys had dealt with this here. Emlander kind of speaks up and says, "Goodness, you guys have certainly saved us again. Hopefully we don't run into any more trouble the rest of the way to Willowside."
Oh,
Do your deal.
sorry. I skin all of those things though.
You skin
Wait,
all the things.
I want to kick
Yeah,
the T-Rex in the nose first before you skin it.
You can certainly kick the T-Rex in the nose.
All right, go ahead, Honker.
Okay.
All right, so Honker gets to work with the lizard leather.
Maz is gonna steal some of the dinosaur teeth.
Okay.
I'll help pull them out.
Thank you.
All right.
We can make some badass jewelry with this.
Oh my God.
That's
Or a
true.
Cool
Oh my god, what if we made Scorch a battle necklace
oh my
of
God.
dinosaur teeth?
The possibilities.
Excellent. All right, so you guys take some time dismembering the corpses in the road.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Did you ever think that you would be DMing a campaign where you had to say that seriously?
I mean, at least they're dinosaur corpses and not just like townspeople that you're, murdering and dismembering on the side of the road. I'll take that at least.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So
I get cracked and get tired of this little side hustle. Just go batshit crazy.
We might just go into the Oregon black market to make our money.
Oh, there you
Some
go.
good money.
All right, so the rest of the way back to Willowside is blissfully uneventful. So you managed to get back to town with the wagon and everyone else. And you notice, it's like when you get back into town, it seems like there's a bit more people here out and about than when you guys left several days ago to head over to Fortune's Hall. And as you get into town and everybody's kind of going their own way, the other folks from Fortune's Hall are either returning to their homes, or in the case of some of the staff trying to find places for lodging. Then Amlander and fuck the other guy's name. I don't remember.
Steve.
Yeah, his name's Steve now.
Ginritz.
Maybe people should have less complicated names and we'd remember them.
I know, right?
Maybe everyone should be Steve.
I think Pointy Steve is our guy.
So they head
Ginritz,
out
you
to
got a new name.
Pointy Steve. They head out to the circus. And as you get back into town, of course you have this you're riding in this fortune. You're bringing them along in this Fortune's Hall carriage, and you get approached by the mayor here in the center of town, and she kind of is looking at you all surprised, and is like, "Oh, I can't believe you made it back. We've heard all the roads were blocked."
I blew it up.
Yeah, we have some bombs.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you were able to make it through. I hope there wasn't too much trouble other than the blockade on the way. There's been quite an influx of people in town from the outlying communities around Willowside. These Zolgath creatures that you told us about, they've gotten a bit more aggressive in the past couple of days and have been cutting off all paths into and out of the town. So people in the outlying communities and farms have been coming into town for safety.
Oh, this will impact our circus revenue. We better do something about it.
Were you able to find out what happened at Fortune's Hall? I see you brought a number of folks back with you. What happened out there?
Did we ever?
They did a ritual, for profit. Capitalism is great. So they did a ritual to improve profit, but it ended up getting some demons and stuff. We killed things, skinned a lot of things, got a lot of skins, but they're dead. I don't think that's a thing anymore. But luckily, anybody who would have gone to that would probably love to enjoy the circus. So spread the word that they're all dead out there and that the circus is the hot new thing.
The Caristers too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh, yeah.
real dead.
I did not skin them.
Yeah.
No, they were bones by the time
Thank
we
you
got
for
here.
clarifying.
I would have, but they were, yeah, the skin wasn't viable, but I would have. Just
So-
FYI.
Free skin is free skin.
You see, kind of a bit of a shadow on the mayor's face, thinking about the Caristers. They were people she knew, they were friends. And they have met kind of an unfortunate end out there at Fortune's Hall. But nonetheless, she is glad to see you returned. Amongst the various people that are here in town, the Densert family, who was the cloth making family that you guys had rescued, they're here in town. They came in from their farm out, or their kind of, I guess it's kind of a farm out to the east. And then there is as you guys are conversing with the mayor, you see another group of folks coming into town from the west in the direction of the docks. And with them, you see Arglin, who is the dock master. You guys had just kind of met them very briefly when you first arrived. But she comes up to the mayor with the various folks who were down by the docks, the various fishermen and folks, and says, "Well, thankfully we didn't run into any trouble on the way back, but there were enormous tracks that we saw along the way, and strange roars and noises in the woods closing on the road. And, well, aside from that, there's some trouble with the sea. We saw these enormous serpents thrashing around in the sea outside the pier.
Oh my god, there's sea dinosaurs!
I fear our path to the sea out of Willowside is cut off. We're all that could make it through. And the mayor kind of looks over at everybody here and says, well, I think seems we're stranded. All of us. Here in Willowside. We've no way out.
Isn't that kind of an extra bad thing because you guys can't grow your own food?
That is indeed. The sea was our main source these days anymore. It seems we are under siege.
Okay,
Wonderful
Braz.
blow up.
No, but Braz, you don't understand. If we don't help them, you won't ever get any more potatoes.
Well, let's go blow some freaking lizards up then.
That's
All the
more
enemies
like
are
it.
never expected to fight, but have always wanted to punch in the dick. It's the ocean.
So with that, with the threat of siege, we're gonna call that there for today, and get into what business we get into stranded in Willowside next time, with encroaching dangers all around.
It's a good
With a
thing.
siege,
Hold
people will
on.
be dying to come to the circus.
Oh!
the last show you'll ever need.
Look, just because shit's bad doesn't mean that people can't come to the circus and enjoy it. Like, we still gotta make a living.
Yeah, if they like gambling so much, come gamble your money on our entertainment.
Where the quality is decided by the roll of the dice.
Don't fuck it up.
All right. So I do know that our next Friday is on the 4th. I'm going to be here because I'm not doing anything. So I don't know if any of you guys have 4th
It's not a
plans.
democracy to celebrate.
Yeah, right. I feel you there.
I'll be away on
Okay.
going to a wedding in Connecticut.
Ooh, nice. Congratulations. All right.
Likely. That's likely will happen. If not, I'll
Oh, likely. Okay. All right. So yeah, as far as I know, we'll still be on for the 4th. If Grotus is away, we'll probably still go anyway. I can always have Grotus dramatically throw himself at things.
He's good at that.
He's good at that.
All Grotus does. That's who Grotus is.
Right. But otherwise, we will see you guys in 2 weeks then.
Okay.
Or sooner in various other forms.
Okay.
See you guys.
Good craving.
All right. And those of you out there watching, thanks for coming around. Always happy to have y'all. Let me see if there's anybody I know who is doing stuff right now. No, not really. Pretty much everybody I have on my list, they're all ginormous people.
Time to find a random person solely based on what they're playing.
Yeah, let's see. Let me look up Pathfinder here. Let's take a look at this channel here. Alright, these guys look like they're in the middle of some shit. Let's go raid this guy. Raid. How's that spelled? Ars. Arcane. Okay. Stolen Fate. I like their little setup they've got here. I wonder what program this is they're using. Interesting. Cool. Let's go say hi and see what they're doing in Pathfinder. Let's go.